Hi, everybody. Calvin Schwartz, Conversations with Calvin. We the Species. Very, very special guest, GAETANO LARDIERI. We met LinkedIn. We are brothers in Rutgers, and he's so interesting, and we've been trying to figure out how we can encapsulate all of this. I will tell you that we're also going to work on to coincide with the amendment for Election Day here in New Jersey, cannabis being on the ballot. We're going to put together, GAETANO's going to put together this whole committee of people, and we're going to do a long, lengthy Zoom discussing all of this. So watch for that. And without further ado, GAETANO, how about a little bit of your background?
Hey, Kelvin. So first of all, I want to congratulate you on your new channel and wish you the best of luck. And I know you're going to bring amazing people and get out the information to the young folks. And so I want to congratulate you there. A little bit of background on me. I spent 26 years in cancer research, working at a local medical center here in New Jersey. And I also have a background in pharmaceutical. I worked for some of the top pharmaceutical companies in New Jersey, New York, as a certified project manager and running global clinical trials around the world.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So next on my mind, you did mention in all our conversations that you're doing some very interesting biotech startups. So why don't you tell us about those? There's two in particular.
Yeah, there's two projects I'm involved with. The one company, THCBD, is a cannabis research company, and Space Vitae is we're working on unique formulations for protect astronauts from UV radiation. So those are two biotech startup companies that we started here in Newark, and we're working on those projects in the biotech startup space.
Can you talk a little bit more about just a couple more words about Space Vitae?
Yeah, so Space Vitae, Space Vitae, we're working on formulations to protect astronauts and frequent flyers from UV radiation. Very interesting. We're looking at formulations to protect astronauts at the cellular level. You know, a lot of the work out there right now is protecting astronauts from UV radiation. You know, the material scientists and the spacesuits and the capsule and so on, but we're protecting the astronauts from the inside out at the cellular level.
Wow.
And we're looking at these unique formulations, like all natural products.
Wow. Now, does some of that have applications for people here on Earth?
Oh, absolutely. Because if it works against you, I mean, basically anything under the sun exposed to UV radiation can have the deleterious effects on the cells. So yeah, once we get that formulation and it works in space, it'll work here on Earth for pets and for people in general health. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next, what are some of the takeaways and the calls for actions for people who are listening to this about some of the things that you're involved in, and especially the THCBD, which why don't you kind of mention that and kind of tease people what we've got coming up here in New Jersey
Right.
on a ballot? I mean, I think that's so important.
Yeah, it's very, very important. So on November 3rd, where there's a ballot initiative to vote yes or no for adult use cannabis in New Jersey. So I want to encourage all the young people to get out there and vote yes for that initiative. It is on the ballot. I was surprised on some of my social media. I found out there were a lot of young folk that didn't even know that it was on the ballot, but it is on the ballot in the initiative for November 3rd. So I would encourage people to get out and vote on November 3rd, yes, for that initiative.
So we touched on a few things. Importantly, how can people get in touch with you and learn more about your projects, and how do people connect with you? I mean, that's so important.
Yeah, so if you want to check out more about our project, you can go to thcbdproject.com. And Space Vitae is spacevitae.com. And if you want to reach out to me on LinkedIn, it's Gaetano Lardieri, and on Twitter, it's @NorkGuy. And if you want to email me, it's gaetanothcbd@gmail.com.
Okay. Going off topic a little bit, I always like to ask a fun question. Actually related to the pandemic. It requires one word answer from you. So just here goes. Related to the pandemic and excluding, friends and family, living or dead, who'd you like to spend a day with during the pandemic?
Jesus of Nazareth.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I'm going to ask you another fun question because we have some time. Fill in the blank, Gaetano. Before I leave this earth, I won't be satisfied until I blank.
Until
I blank. It's a little cerebral.
until I unload all the information in my head.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then in your honor, we're going to play a game. And I have a Rutgers hat below here because we both went to Rutgers. But underneath that hat is something pertaining to you. And since we don't have a tremendous amount of time, why don't you just take one guess what might be under that hat?
Something, let me see, something CBD related.
Very good. By the way, very good, because you kind of nailed it. I have here ultra premium hemp oil.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
So and I started, just out of curiosity, I started taking it. And that's something you're involved in with THCBD, correct? The commercialization of this kind of
eventually commercialization of products. We're working on this. We're working on synthesizing cannabinoids. So eventually, once you get those synthesized, you can turn those into medicines and medical products. Yes.
We have actually we have some time. In my basement somewhere is a bottle of cannabis powder.
Really?
Well, yeah, but it's from 1929.
Yeah, yeah.
From Merck, Sharp and Dome.
Yeah.
Because I used to be a pharmacist and I collect old bottles.
That's Sharp.
And it has the powder inside, but it's from 1929. It's an antique, and it's never been opened.
Wow.
It's unsealed. So we have a little bit of time. Do you want to throw in a couple more interesting tidbits about some of these startups?
If anyone's interested in synthetic biology, which is going to be a $4 trillion bioeconomy market, we're very heavily involved in synthetic biology and nanotechnology at THCBD in synthesizing the cannabinoids. So you can go to the website, look up a little bit there, or if you have any questions, email me. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about synthetic biology and nanotechnology.
Perfect, perfect. We are just about out of time. This has been great. We've just begun. There's more to come. Yeah. Great. The stuff you're doing is great.
Thank you.
We will talk soon. Perfect.